That's turn one. That's a mess.
Yeah, it is, and I think he's really not happy.
That was a huge break for a lot of cars that were about to go a lap down, like Casey Kane and Sterling Marlin, Greg Biffle, Matt Kenseth back there.
And this was a track where the Petties had very, very high hope for success this weekend. There's Richard, who gave the command to start the race. You know, he got in the back of Greg Biffle. Darrell, did it look like he might have run out of brake coming in the corner?
Trouble. Joey Gase off turn 2.
What happened there, bud?
Something just exploded.
Looked like it might have been the right rear tire.
Wow. John West Townley with some troubles there too.
I think you're going to see that right rear tire just explode right there.
Why?
Turn the car left into Townley.
Once again, Regan Smith right there where all of this is happening, but was able to just sneak by. See, Regan Smith is one, comes to the inside of
that
this
was
happening.
close.
Robin Forrester, Jennifer Jo Cobb. Watch this. You were talking about closing speeds before.
Yeah, she had some sort of a problem. It looked like leaving the corner and just got really, really slow. And he just could not get slowed down. Here you go right here. Oh, yeah. Just had a tire problem or something. Like a tire went down, went up, hit the wall. Something happened. She got really slow, and he just, obviously, he couldn't avoid it. He didn't do anything wrong.
And look, that happened right in front of race leader Kyle Busch.
Oh, he did hit it.
Yeah.
Caution, trouble, back straightaway. Car on the inside wall.
Yellow's out. Yellow's out.
It's Corey LaJoy.
And Brendan Gaughan got sideways is what started that. Maybe the 39. The seat got into him.
It looked like the 98 got in the back of the 80 and turned him, and then it came back around and caught him to send him to the inside wall.
I think it all started either with the 62 having to get out of the throttle and Sig getting into the back of him, or just contact between the two.
Oh, trouble. There's one in turn 2 going around. It's Larson.
Oh, big hit.
Catches the 60 car of Chris Buescher. And one of the cars that's done a lot of the leading in this one is all torn up.
That's a tough break for Chris Buescher. He had a good beginning of the race.
Yeah, he did.
Off the racing surface, a little bit under that white line. That could have been what sometimes that gets the car to where it actually will turn a little better and makes it loose. You see Chris Buescher just trying to sneak by there. Just hope you've got enough room as a driver. That's all you can do is try to make that one move that you get.
Look everywhere. Trouble for Cale Conley in the 33.
Just hold what you got there. They're still coming. They're still coming. Don't unhook.
All get by.
And that's Keith Barnwell, the spotter for the 33. He's telling him, don't unhook your seatbelt because it's like not over till it's
There wasn't
over.
nowhere to go right there. You hit the bottom, and he got turned back into you.
He's not quite clear, and I think that's James Buescher. Now you see, Cale Conley was just going to be able to get by all that.
Taking advantage of the situation and got in trouble with it.
Nothing he could do about it.
Trouble, turn 2.
Oh,
wow, look out. Oh, look out.
He got a tire or something.
Looked like it was going to be.
Yeah, I blew a tire.
It's caution.
Well, something happened there.
Yeah, it has the making of a tire going down right there.
And look at this.
Boy, you can see some fast cars bearing down right there.
Nice job by everybody to avoid.
And as a driver, there's not many worse feelings than sitting there and knowing that others are coming at you at 150 miles an hour.
And your driver's side door facing them. Yeah. Oh, trouble. Backstretch, Mike Wallace.
And he hit a ton.
The monster, what is that, 4?
Yeah, if you think my scoring has been on a fair scale.
Yeah. That's a tough hit, too.
We're wrecked. We're going to the garage area. It's destroyed.
Well,
let's see if we got some help.
Running 26th.
Whoa, now.
Yes, he did.
A lot of help. It's Casey Kane.
Hey, look. Yeah. I was going to say it looked like maybe from the first angle that we had that Casey had made that move to the inside, and maybe they just kind of met there, but not sure about that.
See the safer barrier wall moves?
Yeah.
That makes a big difference for the drivers and how hard that hit is.
Got a car down low on the apron, turn 1. Shower of sparks.
To the garage, Kyle.
Kyle Fowler.
Able to get by the zeros. Now problems on the backstretch. The 73 into the wall.
That's Ben Stancil. Hard contact for that 73 truck.
Well, this is going to be a big question mark for the crew chiefs. Now, we know they only have 2 sets of tires in the pits. We're early. I think we might see a lot of guys come in, top off the gas, but I don't think they can afford to put the tires on now, Michael.
But, you know, Phil, we've seen about 3/4 of a second of loss of lap time from the majority of these trucks. So if you don't like the way your truck's working right now, maybe you make an adjustment and put tires on it and take a chance it's going to get a green flag feel to it. But you're right, it's a risk either way. If a couple of guys come in and do the two stops and get their tires, you could find yourself lapped in a hurry.
There's another view right there. See, Ben Stancil just gets a little bit loose up off of turn number 2. He had the 41 truck of Mark Mitchell behind him, make some pretty hard contact with the inside wall.
Man, that's a helpless feeling when that thing jumps out from underneath you like that. Ben, the other truck, I think, was a factor, Phil. Look how close he is. Just sucks that truck right around. And look at that.
Wow. I think the officials are going to have to take a look at that inside wall. It looked like it really, I think that's obviously a terrific, that it's a safer barrier there.
I think he might have hit just past the safer barrier, Phil. He might have got right into the concrete.
See that ball move on the backside.
Showed earlier from Michigan in 2008. We're talking about Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch, but that was Ron Hornaday that got turned around by the 18 of Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch hugging the bottom of the racetrack side by side once again, and around goes the 99 of J.R. Fitzpatrick.
Down, back or down. That's my spotlight driver, J.R. Fitzpatrick from Ontario.
You okay there, bud?
We talk about the banks being self-cleaning.
Look at that mess.
He was carrying one of our onboards.
Got the air off me or something, man. It just snapped on me. Yeah, he was about a car length back and closed there. When you kind of wiggled, I saw it wiggle up off.
It's so difficult to get into trouble here without missing anything. Normally, it's going to be that inside wall you're going to hit.
You could see where he hit it, too. He lost it off 2, talking about, heck, he was halfway down the back straightaway when he hit it and came off the wall down in turn 3. So that wreck took about, quarter mile or so to
whole
complete.
straightaway to complete that. And there's you see the marks of where he got into the wall on the inside twice.
What's coming off the corner? He had a truck right behind him. Just got sideways, lost the back end up off the corner. Pretty significant contact to the inside wall, and then hits it again.
You know, that's why I like calling those safer barriers, because they're not soft.
Yeah, they're definitely not soft walls.
Yeah. Check that truck out. It's tore all to pieces, but the driver's okay, and that's the most important part.
He carried one of our cameras. This is the look from riding along with the 99.
Only pressure.
He got hard in the throttle, and then he had to pedal a little bit because he was feeling a little bit loose. And then he lost that back end, and then this is the result.
You okay there, bud?
And around he went. J.R. Fitzpatrick looks to be climbing out of that race truck now. He'll take the ride to the infield care center. Lucas Oil 200, 7 laps deep. Stay with us. And around goes the 29. Ryan Blaney into the wall early.
Wow. Blaney was 3rd in the points coming in here. Watch Bubba make
Side.
the move to the bottom.
Outside, 3 wide middle, coming back. You're in the box.
He doesn't go around.
And a tough break for Ryan Blaney. Good friends with Bubba Wallace.
Remember, these are young guys, young racers, both Bubba.
Caution on the backstretch as collision as Eric Darnell is involved in this one, and the 39 as well of Eddie McDonald, the 2nd time that he has been involved in a crash. And I don't know if he's going to be able to make it back to pit road, but yeah, he's limping away.
And once again, I mean, his tires are still up, and he might not have got damaged, but the Darnell's car is done.
Boy, I tell you, what a bad day for Eric. He was in the top 5, fell back, and now is out of this race. He got Well, he was a lap down at this point, and here's a guy again that right now doesn't have a ride for next year.
He's searching for a ride, but I'll tell you, this is a really good driver, Eric Darnell is. Let's take a look at this action and see what happened. Oh, they start stacking up. Nowhere to go, starts getting out of the throttle. Oh, back into that 29. And Randy, look how much, oh, there's the damage.
That's what happened.
There's the damage right there. I started to say there wasn't that much.
That's like
Brad Kozlowski's been with us for much of the race in our ESPN pit studio. I got to ask you, Brad, mix of emotions, seeing someone else drive your race car, but seeing your race team, the guys that work so hard for you, in position to win?
No, I want to see Kurt win. You know, Kurt and I have spent a lot of time together over the last few months trying to get Penske Racing to where we can be a contender week in and week out at both the Cup and the nationwide level. And man, this is great. This is great to see, and I'm proud of him and proud of this team.
You were shaking your
Now we're going to get that caution. Caution is out.
Oh, man. Poor Kyle Busch.
Oh, my goodness.
And this, as they say, changes everything.
It does, but it puts Kyle Busch. He does have enough fuel. Do these other cars have enough fuel?
And because the pack was so spread out, like we were talking before, Kyle's only 6th.
Yeah, he's going to be right there. And Jimmy Johnson had a fast car. He's up there. He's in the top 5. And he's got enough fuel.
And what I was starting to see there with Carl Edwards was, had he saved enough of his tires, or did Kurt Busch run his tires off running Kyle so hard to try to run him out of fuel?
Eric McClure. And that's Casey Roderick making his Nationwide Series debut in that 39, youngster from Georgia.
Smacks the tire wall. Here comes Eric McClure.
But it was enough to bring out just the second.
We've got the yellow flag out here at Iowa Speedway as the 02 of Jamie Dick has tagged the wall, and there the 14 has now gotten into him because the 14 of Eric McClure had a tire going down. So 2 unrelated incidents end up colliding together.
That's pretty exciting there.
Well, let's go back. In fact, our spotters are telling us that before we picked it up, you know, this is well after he's already tagged the wall, and the 14 had a tire on the right front that was going down, and they end up into each other.
Yeah, Jamie Dick is trying to get off the wall and get down to the apron, and you could almost see where a spotter right here is saying, hey, he's low, because he tries to turn back to the right, I think. I don't know.
Well, and our leader, Sam Harnish, skipped a couple heartbeats when all that was happening.
Oh, we got trouble on straightaway. 50 car of O'Quinn.
Bounce it off the wall. Caution number 11, Kenny Wallace. That's too bad. Kenny trying to get into the top 10 in the championship standings. Heavy damage to that car. Michael Waldrip pulling up. Make sure everything's okay. See the safety team to Kenny's car. Okay, now let's go back a little bit.
'61 got into the 10.
It's John Andretti in the 10. Here they're, oh wow.
There was a lot of stuff going on there. and you see, Jay Sauter, I don't think Jay Sauter knew that Kenny Wallace was there, because he just came off of 4.
To the Pepsi 300 here at Nashville. We're under our second caution of the day. Let's take you back and show you why we are under this second caution. This was the second incident involving Steve Wallace right behind David Reagan.
21 car. Timothy Peters and Curvis Davis get in it. Everybody starts checking up. It looks like the 66 got in the back of Reagan as we're all slowing down. Let's go to the inboard. Let's see what happens there.
Still there. Still got a spin in front of you. Wave them off. Wave them off. Slow. Keep her down. All clear, clear, clear. You okay, Steven?
Yeah, we see David Reagan is mad at Stephen Wallace, but, you know, they're both these...
Said he had been trying to take any sort of experience that he could get, and he was pulling from Ron Hornaday Jr.
Crash on the backstretch.
Jay Sauter.
Hard hit.
Can't see who. There was another car involved in that. Did not catch it when he went by.
Fourth caution of the race. Go back and take a look.
I mean, he just lost the car. Is that Pappas? Max Pappas.
Yes. And when it turns back to the right, it hits hard.
Yeah.
Even though it's moving, it hits hard head on.
Side of Kyle Busch.
Oh, we got trouble on the backstretch.
Car on the inside. Couple of them.
Oh, Jeff Burton and Vidovich in the 4 car.
Right across the track.
Oh, the 23. Keselowski just hammers the wall.
A lot of damage to Jeff Burton's car. There's Brad.
I couldn't stop. Yeah, Brad had no place to go. When that all happened and they come back up the racetrack, he had no place to go. He had to take evasive action and go to the left or drive through the door of the 4 car.
It looks like the 4 car, Vidovich just loses it getting off of 2 there and just collects Burton, who was trying to avoid it. Oh, man, that is a hit that 4 car took. Wow. And these guys were just avoiding Vidovich coming off the racetrack, and I don't know who that red car was. He did a good job, and Keselowski just didn't make it.
I'm going to tell you, that's 3 of the hardest hits you'll see in one accident at the same time, because this car, the 4 car, took a wicked hit on the inside there, and then Brad right here, that's driver's side right there, and it just slaps you up next to the roll bars. But when you see Burton hits the 4 car hard enough to lift the 4 car off the ground.
Yeah, I mean, that right rear is just buried in that 4 car.
That's a hard hit right there.
Watch that right rear just get, I mean, drilled. Who is that race car?
I think that's Michael Waltrip.